The desert is located on the edge of the village. Stony footpaths lead to the desert. The mayor wants to build a bike path. When it is hot, the flies buzz over the dried grasses of the desert. Stuck in heat clouds, they freeze in time. The desert is located on the edge of the village. Stony footpaths lead to the desert. The mayor wants to build a bike path. When it is hot, the flies buzz over the dried grasses of the desert. Stuck in heat clouds, they freeze in time. Why Hosada? Asks the man sitting behind the wooden desk, hair gelled to his head, voice buzzing, a buzzing sound at the voice W. November is ill-tempered and grim, they say. Miller is the name. You say Miller, but he hears Miller. Phonetic confusion at solid wood desks. During the break he eats a sandwich. In the next room someone smokes a cigar. The smoke oozes under the door and forms grey streaks at foot level. November is grim and ill-tempered, they say. Wem kiet dyest. Slimy, wet green-brown lines form the blades of grass of the desert in autumn. The sticky wind flows through the valley, a hissing sound, a voiceless F. Miller is the name. You say Miller and he is not there, sitting in the break room eating a sandwich. There are the Millers, they say later. But they are the others now. Miller is the name. This damned orthography, he says in the next room and strikes a mosquito dead on the butter sandwich with the flat of his hand. The Wyest belongs to Miller. A stream meanders through the desert, a swirling, gurgling tongue that withdraws and rushes forward to suck on the brown stone. Like a sleeping animal, the desert lies at the creek's tongue, curled in the creek's curve, surrounded by the ripening water. November is ill-tempered and enraged. The desert's blades of grass straighten as the shower comes over the mountains, in dark saturated, heavy swaths of rain. The sky drags the clouds across the land like bulging shopping bags. The bags slip from the sky, slipping from their soft clutches, and burst open. Tides of rain shoot out of the torn cloud pores, pouring over the land and over the desert that lies sleeping, curled in the sea. Loop. Torn are tree barks, gnarled branches splinter. The wind combs the grass, tosses it from one side to the other, turns curls, becomes dissatisfied with the hairstyle and tears at the roots, bare brown spots in the grass hairstyle, which are filled by the falling water, transformed into deep cracks. The stream tongue becomes a mouth, eats holes in the land, tears wounds in the meadow, takes big bites with it, across the raging stream, carries them to the waterfall, where they tumble over the edge into the depths, fall from the brown into the black stone. November is exhausted and taken, they realize. Wyest kiet M. Miller, he says to the desk. The miller, no the miller. Wyest, says the miller, his feet encased in grey-brown mud and flat grass. Wem kiet Wyest. With a soft tongue the brook licks the wounds of the desert. Lush green fruit tree shoots from the dark cracks of the ground. The miller has one desert spare. In the search for the higher significance between physical or mental well-being, the doctor has won an orthographic decision, on paper. The doctor sells the land to investors. In the shadow of the setting sun, it lies dark against the light, the desert land.